as Mighty Mike Powers takes care of business down there on the main straightaway. He is our race lineup director. Caleb Woods, standing tall of the flag stand, will be our starter. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9 cars. Number 83, Rod England, not making the call to the start of this one. So the first of our two Hoosier Tire late model heats about to begin as Caleb puts them on their final pace lap. Next time we're going 8 laps with 9 cars. 99 Curtis Holt dropping back to the tail end of the pack. Watch them this time as they come out of turn 4. Kind of a staggered start. Caleb's going to give them the green though. They're off and racing for 8 laps. 05 Racing Rex Wirt racing along there on the outside. He takes the early lead in turn 4. Your leader on lap 1 is 05 Racing Rex Wirt. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel. And the 6 of Bryce Schaefer battling for second. And lurks his way up to second now up there on the inside. 69 Barry Lamb going to follow his lead as they complete lap 2. 05 Racing Rex Wirt. Number 6 Bryce Schaefer and the 69 of Barry Lamb at your front 3 with 3 down and 5 to go this time by. 57 Devin Heimball running in 4th. And the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz in 5th at the halfway point. 4 in and 4 to go this time by. Front 3 still unchanged. 69 Barry Lamb trying to make a bump and run on the 6 of Bryce Schaefer as they complete lap 5. Number 2 Kurt Gunkel called it quits and headed off the racing surface and back to the pit area. 6 down, 2 to go this time around. '05 Racing Rex Wirt race along up front. White flag will fly. They got one more to go to settle this one out. Slower traffic up ahead of the front 3 as 85 Dave Watson gets lapped now by the 05 of Racing Rex Wirt. Little Donnie Klotz spins out in the backstretch. Caution checkered flag will come out. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 05, 6, and 69. Barry Lamb will bring home 3rd. Number 6 Bryce Schaefer crossed the stripe 2nd. And of course, winning tonight's first of 2 Hoosier Tire late model heats as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. We want to put our hands together for the number 05 out of Milford, Indiana. Let's hear it for Racing Rex Wirt. Racing Rex Wirt, car number 05 out of Milford, is sponsored by After Hours Family Salon, Stewart's Photography, Rita Motor Company, and Mary Joe's Cafe. All sponsors the 05 of Rex Wirt. Congratulations to the 05 of Racing Rex Wirt. As we get set to go 8 more laps in our Hoosier Tire late model fast heat. Here's your starting lineup. On the pole, car number 5 out of Silver Lake, Indiana, that's Jason Isley. On the outside, the front row, last week's feature winner in our late models, number 89 from Elkhart, Kenny Whitman. Second row on the inside, car number 39 from Elkhart, that is Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. To his right in row 2, the number 2 out of South Bend of Rusty Keddick. Third row inside, car number 9 from Bourbon, that's Dave Long. To his right, the 94 from LaPorta, Frankie Lyle Jr. Fourth row, the 21X of Jumpin' Josh Taylor and the 61 of Travis Slaybaugh. And in the last row, our top 2 qualifiers, the 16 of Bobby Blunt and the 17 rookie in the Hoosier Tire late models fast qualifier on the day, the 17 out of Napanee is Corey Ryman. Not making the call and not making the start, the 61 of Travis Slaybaugh. So we'll have 9 cars going 8 laps in our fast Hoosier Tire late model heat. 9 cars, 8 laps, the fastest of our Hoosier Tire late models on the track, going 8 laps as they bring them up to speed out of turn 4. Jason Isley, the pole setter, brings them up to speed. Caleb turns them loose. We're off and racing for 8 laps. In our fast Hoosier Tire late model heat. Jason Isley up in front. Number 89, Kenny Whitman, slipping back a little bit there on the outside group. 39, Choo Choo Charlie Whitman on the inside line, trying to go to second. Your front 3 working through turns 3 and 4. And number 5, Jason Isley, stays out in front. He's got 2 down and 6 more to go. Number 5, Jason Isley, working around here as our leader. 39, Choo Choo Charlie Whitman now up to second as he makes a move on his brother. The 89 of Kenny Whitman slips back to third. Halfway mark will come out. 4 down and 4 more to go this time by. 16, Bobby Blunt. Keep your eye on him. He's moving up as he works around the number 9er, Dave Long. He's already moved to 4th as he started at the tail end of the pack with 5 down and 3 left. 16, Bobby Blunt working toward the top 3 now as we complete lap 6 this time. Bobby Blunt's closing in with 2 to go. Jason Isley, Charlie Whitman, Kenny Whitman, and now Bobby Blunt. Closing in, running there in 4th. They've got the white flag. They'll settle it on the last lap. Jason Isley staying out in front. Now Kenny Whitman looked for the inside. Not enough room there. Bobby Blunt goes to the outside. Checkered flag will wave for number 5, Jason Isley. 5:39.89. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. Kenny Whitman in 89 finished 3rd. Choo Choo Charlie Whitman in 39 brought home 2nd. And picking up the checkered flag in our fast Hoosier Tire late model heat. Put your hands together for the 5 of Jason Isley. Jason Isley, number 5 out of Silver Lake, Indiana, sponsored by Triple K Graphics, Goshen Collision Center, and Inyart's Videotaping Service. All sponsors that 5 of Jason Isley. All righty then, race fans. Here's your lineup for tonight's fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. On the pole, car number 3 from Goshen is Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. To his right in row 1, your current points leader in the street stocks, number 53, is Lou Strimmy. Second row on the inside, the 4-star car out of Elkhart of Curtis Gray. On the outside of the second row, we've got the 17 of Bobby Schisler Jr. Third row, number 10, Hollywood Eric Kaiser, and the 1 of Al Mauer. And fourth row, number 12, Kevin Gunkel, and fast qualifier, number 6, Dave Coleman. 8 cars going 8 laps in our fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Something wrong with 53, Lou Strimmy, as the green flag waved. So a caution flag will come out. We'll have a complete restart coming up in just a minute. Jeff and Sherry Miller. Jeff and Sherry Miller, please report to the front gate. There is somebody there. You have an emergency. Jeff and Sherry Miller, please report to the front gate for an emergency. You need to go to the front gate, please. Jeff and Sherry Miller, please report to the front gate. You have an emergency. Somebody's up there waiting for you. Okay, boy howdy, it's getting warm. Fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. We had 1 lap almost one lap before the 53 of Lou Strimmy. Something went wrong with the 53 machine, and then the caution flag came out. Race fans, by the way, we're looking for people to help out with parking lot attendance. We are looking for parking lot attendants. If you would like to help out, and it only is about 2 hours a night, 2 to 3 hours tops, from 5:30 to 7:30 or so, you would be working as a parking lot attendant for the new Paris Speedway. You would get paid, and you would get a free pass to get in to watch the races, and you work till about 7:30, and then you've got all those feature races you could watch absolutely free. If you'd like to be a parking lot attendant here at the new Paris Speedway, sign up right back there at the Lucky Number Program and Souvenir Stand. You can get yourself some benefits here at the new Paris Speedway. All you got to do is sign up back there at the Lucky Number Program and Souvenir Stand. You can help us out with our parking lot attendance. You only work a couple hours a day, and you get into the races, and you get paid. It's a good job. We have got them lined back up. Almost 8 cars going 8 laps in our fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. As Caleb turns them loose, they're off and racing. Dave Coleman kind of lagged behind. Fast qualifier, maybe having some problems. Up front, though, the number 3 of Hot Rod Rodney Spencer, our pole setter, takes the early point. He'll bring them around here. We'll have 1 down and 7 to go. Rodney Spencer out in front. Curtis Gray in the 4-star car running in second. 53 Lou Strimmy on the outside groove, losing ground, falling back to third. As we complete lap 2, Hollywood Eric Kaiser moves up there on the inside for that third place position. 17 Bob Schisler Jr. running in fifth with 3 down and 5 to go. Halfway mark comes out, 4 down, 4 to go. Rodney Spencer up front. Lou Strimmy's falling all the way back to fifth. The 4-star car of Curtis Gray is running second. Eric Kaiser's there in third. Bob Schisler Jr. in the 17 in fourth with 5 down and 3 left. Two to go for Hot Rod Rodney Spencer out in front. Car number 3 started on the pole, and he stayed there the entire race so far. White flag flies for Hot Rod Rodney Spencer in car number 3. Front 5 still unchanged as they work on the final lap. And a checkered flag will wave for Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. 3, 4, 10. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. It was number 10, Hollywood Eric Kaiser, finishing third. Number 4-star car of Curtis Gray finished there in second. And winning tonight's fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Doing a great job of driving. Put your hands together for the number 3 of Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. Hot Rod Rodney Spencer out of Goshen. Sponsored by Vortex Spray-On Bed Liners in Elkhart. Promoter there in Goshen. Advanced Auto Parts. Schisler's Trucking. Landmark Bar and Grill in New Paris. Troyer Carpets. Double D's Crowbar. Chicago's Downtown Eatery in Bristol, Harry's Amish Hauling Service out of Millersburg, RSJ Chassis and Fabricators, and Ron Culp Karaoke DJ Service. All righty, race fans, here's your lineup for the second of our Michiana Tire Street Stock Heats. On the pole from Napanee, car number 7, that's Tori Lutz. To his right in row 1 from Napanee in the 99 Chrome Machine, that is Mark Blessing. Second row inside, car number 38 from Ligonier is Daryl Click. To his right, the 63 of Adam Severy from Bristol. Third row inside from Claypole, the 125 of Frosty Scott Frost. To his right from Warsaw, the Shep Dog, number 5, Jason Shepard. And last row on the inside, out of Goshen in the 15 Napa-sponsored machine, that's Don Hunley. With the 61 Extreme Racing, Jason Slayball, currently second in the points. 8 cars going 8 laps as Caleb turns the loose. Side by side, wheel to wheel as they come out of turn 2. Good start on that one. Number 7, Tori Lutz, taking to the early lead by a half a car length as he goes into turns 3 and 4. Little bump and go coming on as they complete lap number 1. Tori Lutz is slowing up. Looks like he might have a flat tire as he got hooked there, it looks like. 38 Daryl Click now the early leader. 125 Scott Frost running second. Mark Blessing in the 99's up to third. Lutz is back to fourth as we complete lap 2. $15 Don Hunley in fifth. The Shep Dog, Jason Shepard, rolling toward the pits on lap number 3. 3 down and 5 to go. Out in front, number 38, Daryl Click. Staying up there, Daryl Click coming into this weekend's racing program third in the points in our street stocks. He needs every race he can get. 125, Scott Frost running there in second. Frosty now looks to the inside. Not enough room there as they went down the Billboard backstretch. 3 laps to go this time by. Scott Frost in the 125 trying to figure out some way to get around that 38 of Daryl Click. Six down, 2 to go this time by. White flag flies, 1 more to go. 38 Daryl Click out in front of the 125 of Scott Frost. 99 Mark Blessing running in third as the checkered flags now wave for 38 Daryl Click. $38, 125, and 99. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. 99 Mark Blessing finished third. 125 Scott Frost had to settle for second. And picking up tonight's second Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Put your hands together for the 38 of Daryl Click. .38 Daryl Click out of Kimmel, Indiana, sponsored by Reed's Hoosier Horsepower and Ligonier, Goshen Collision Center, and Holly's Auto Salvage in North Webster. Right, our third Street Stock Heat about to begin. We've got the 18 of Rumblin' Billy Rumball, the 68 of Mark Vance Jr. That's the birthday boy as he celebrates his 21st birthday today. 29 John Wheeler Jr. and 55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon there in the second row. Then you got the 121 of Mark Miller, the 45 of Kevin Ray, 50 Charlie Cotton, and 25 John Sabo. 8 cars going 8 laps as Caleb turns them loose. 18 Rumblin' Billy Rumball staying to the point. 68 Mark Vance Jr., the birthday boy, running there in second. 29 John Wheeler Jr. moves to third as we complete lap number 1. 45 Kevin Ray on the inside of Brian Cannon in that 55 machine. And 45 Kevin Ray now up to fourth as we complete lap 2. .68 Mark Vance Jr. looks to the inside of the 18 of Billy Rumbo as they come out of turn 4, but not enough room that time as they complete lap 3. They got 5 more to go. The birthday boy, Mark Vance Jr. looking for a birthday present, trying to figure out some way to get on the inside and pick up a checkered flag. as we'll reach the halfway point this time. 4 down, 4 more to go. Now here comes the 50 of Charlie Cotton. He tried to get on the inside of Kevin Ray there coming out of turn 2, but not enough room. Everybody stays in check with 5 down and 3 left. And 18, Billy Rumbaugh staying up front. He'll have 2 more to go this time by. Kevin Ray on the inside, Charlie Cotton on the outside. Cotton moving to 4th as they've got 1 more to go this time around. Your leader still 18, Billy Rumbaugh. 68, Mark Vance Jr. runs 2nd. 29, John Wheeler Jr. there in 3rd. Checkered flag will wave this time for the 18 of Billy Rumbaugh. (18:68:29). That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. 29, John Wheeler Jr. come across 3rd. 68, Mark Vance Jr., the birthday boy, had to settle for 2nd, and winning tonight's 3rd street stock heat. Put your hands together for the 18 of Rumblin', Billy Rumbaugh. Speedway. Here's your lineup for our 4th street stock heat. On the pole, the 32 is Josh Summers. To his right, the 25 is Sheldon Lindlag. Second row, 47 of Bulldog Gene Hughes, and the 15 being driven tonight by Jeremy Dameron. Third row, 23 Donnie Harrison, and the 2 of Sam Hirschberger, Larry Saunders, and the 78 of Don Click. 8 cars going 8 laps, 3 wide in turn 3 on the very first lap. Sheldon Lindlag falling back. Your leader is the 32 of Josh Summers with 1 in and 7 to go. Two down, 6 to go this time around. (32) Josh Summers up in front. Here comes the Doughboy, 71 Larry Saunders, who was supposed to start at the tail end of the back, has moved his way to second already with 3 in and 5 to go. 25 Sheldon Lindlag is battled back to 3rd, but here's the 15 of Jeremy Dameron. The kids moving up to 4th at the halfway point. 4 down, 4 more to go. Jeremy Dameron driving the 15 street stock for Bob Warble and Discount Auto Sales. They're going to have 5 in and 3 to go this time. Your front 3, though, is 32, 71, 25. 25, Sheldon Lindlag holding down 3rd as the Doughboy tries to move around on the outside. Not enough room there. They got 6 in and 2 to go. Everybody chasing Josh Summers in car number 32. They know he's fearless. He'll roll it over to win if he has to. White flag will fly for 32. Josh Summers, 1 more to go as the Doughboy goes to the outside in car number 71. Lindlag on the inside for the 2nd place spot. 15, Jeremy Dameron sticking his nose in there for the front 3 spots. Checkered flag will wave this time for 32, Josh Summers. 32-23 or 32-25-71. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. 71, Larry Saunders had to settle for 3rd as Sheldon Lindlag battled back to finish 2nd. And on that last lap, race fans, 23 Donnie Harrison somehow ended up in the mud hole over there off at turn 2. Let's put our hands together for our 4th Street Stock Heat winner. He's out of Napanee. This is the 32 of Josh Summers. Josh Summers doing a great job so far tonight. Picks up his first checkered flag on the evening. He is sponsored in part this season by Ron Dean's Accounting Service, John's Auto Spa there in Napanee, Georgia's Service Station, and Kemp Electric. All sponsors Josh Summers in car number 32. As we roll them. Here's your lineup for our 5th Street Stock Heat. On the pole, car number 8, that's Randy Huffman. To his right in row 1, the 46 of Mike Bogart. Second row on the inside, the 02 is Cy Sharp. 72 there for Mishawaka of Andy Leidecker. Third row, 09 Brian Rensberger out of Rochester. To his right, the 13 of Mike Miller Jr. Fourth row, we've got the 16 of Tom Smith and the 39 of Chase Healy. 8 cars going 8 laps in our 5th Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. They'll be bringing them up to speed this time as they come out of turn 4. Caleb turns them loose. And number 8, Randy Huffman, brings him around for lap number 1. '46, Mike Bogart, almost into the wall back there in the backstretch, had to hit the brakes. He saved that one from some front end damage as we complete lap 2. Your leader is the number 8 of Randy Huffman, 72 Andy Leidecker working the outside groove. 02 Cy Sharp and the 09 of Brian Rensberger battling for third as we complete the 3rd lap of this 8-lap event. '72 Andy Leidecker now taking the lead in turn 3, and he'll be your new leader at the halfway. 4 in and 4 to go. '72 Andy Leidecker up. Oh, look out over there. 09 Brian Rensberger getting taken out as he got a tap from the front end of the 16 of Tom Smith's machine. As you can see, look at the front end damage on 16. He kind of tapped him just a tad bit too hard. Four down, 4 to go. Your leader is the 72 of Andy Leidecker as Caleb turns them loose. Number 8, Randy Huffman running in second. 02 Cy Sharp now has slid his way to third. 13 Mike Miller Jr. looking for a way to get up to the top 3 as we complete lap 5. Six down, 2 to go for the 72 of Andy Leidecker. Number 8, Randy Huffman staying right there in his groove. Running there in second, but Mike Miller Jr. is looking to the outside. He wants to move to third, but we've got 1 lap to go. Time's running out. And the black and white Checkered flag waves for 72, Andy Lydecker. And the sheet metal still flapping in the wind for the 16 of Tom Smith. 72, 8, and 02. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 02 Cy Sharp holding on to third. Number 8 Randy Huffman fell back and finished in second. And winning tonight's fifth Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Put your hands together for the number 72 of Andy Lydecker. Andy Lydecker out of Mishawaka picks up his first checkered flag on the evening. Here's your lineup for our sixth and final Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. On the pole, number 20, Rick Richardson not making the call to duty. So 99, Brandon Fink will be our pole setter. To his right, the 96 of Dale Whitman. We got the number 6 out there of Terrible Teddy Stanley. Second row, the number 2 of Galen Mueller and the 38 of Jeff Long. Third row, 96 Dale Whitman. 02 Frankie Paymaster. 79 Bruce Fernie Jr. and 84 Bob Hunsberger as Caleb turns them loose. Hold on to your hats and hang on to your seats. Brandon Fink loses the front spot right off the bat to number 6, Terrible Teddy Stanley. Ted Stanley on the inside. Number 2, Galen Mueller floating high to the outside as we complete lap number 1. And Ted Stanley keeps a low line all the way around the racetrack to number 6 of Terrible Teddy. Not wanting anybody to get around him as they complete lap 2. Galen Mueller's bringing it on. He's smoking. He's just burning the rubber off of that thing. Between the two of them, number 6, Terrible Teddy Stanley, and the 2 of Galen Mueller, they're burning rubber, trading paint as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 3. And Galen almost into the wall in turn 4, falls back to third. He's using every inch of this racing surface tonight. 84 Bob Hunsberger started at the back, now looks for that lead. Halfway mark will come out. 4 down, 4 to go, this time by. Oh, and 84 Bob Hunsberger into the side of the 6 of Teddy Stanley. Terrible Ted. And now Hunsberger moves to the front spot, and Teddy Stanley takes him out in turn 3, and here comes Galen Mueller. Everybody pushing everybody. Caution flag comes out as we got 2 of them in the wall in turn 3. Holy cow. We'll have to sort this one out and get them lined back up for a single file formation restart. But we got bad news for the number 6 of Terrible Teddy Stanley. He was over his flying. He was flying out there. He was way over his time. Number 6, Ted Stanley, qualified in today with a 17:53, but we clocked him in traffic with a 17:26 and a 17:12. So Terrible Teddy was not so terrible as he picked up the pace by over a half a second, but he's getting a black flag for some over-aggressive driving and possibly some other things as well. Four in and 4 to go in tonight's sixth and final Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat as Caleb turns them loose. Out in front, there goes the number 2 of Galen Mueller. Oh, and 84 Bob Hunsberger around in turn 2. Checkered caution flag coming out. Galen Mueller into the wall. So it's a checkered caution flag as we have reached our time limit in our sixth and final street stock heat. So we revert back to the last completed lap. Your leader will be, and your winner will be the number 2 of Galen Mueller. 79 Bruce Fernie Jr. will finish second. And the 02 of Frankie Paymaster brings home third. 2, 79, and 02. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Frankie Paymaster was third. 79, Bruce Fernie Jr. was second. Winning tonight's sixth and final street stock heat. Put your hands together for the number 2 of Galen Mueller. As we had to revert back to the last completed lap, your winner is the number 2 of Galen Mueller out here for the first time tonight. Galen, of course, from Constantine, Michigan, is sponsored by Foyles Plumbing, Knocker Sports Bar and Grill in Syracuse, S&P Racing, DJ Ray, and SRP Custom Graphics. On the pole, number 24, that is Mackenzie Pillar. Mackenzie Pillar, pole setter. Mackenzie, of course, from Dixon, Illinois. She's only 12 years old. She'll be the pole setter. On the outside, we've got the number 96 of Cody Lipstrauer. He, too, is a young man, only 10 years old. Then you've got the 74 or 71 of Morgan Schissel, only 9 years old, Morgan Schissel. Then you got the 85 of Camden Murphy. And the 81 out there of Cody Potts from Zion, Illinois. And at the tail end of the pack on the outside of the third row, the 36 of Alyssa Myers. Alyssa Myers, number 36, as Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap next time by. What? Okay, I guess we are racing out in front. Number 24, Mackenzie Pillar. Mackenzie Pillar out in front. She's off and running. From Dixon, Illinois, Mackenzie Pillar. She's got an enormous lead over the rest of the field. She's a quarter of a lap ahead of everybody. At the halfway point, 4 in and 4 to go this time by. We got one in the wall over there in turn 2. Cody Lipstrauer, number 96, into the wall over there in turn 2. A caution flag comes out. Cody Lipstrauer from Genoa City, Wisconsin, into the wall there, the Super Cup Junior. Only 10 years young. Sponsored by Uncle Ed's Barbecue Sauce, Nextel Lot Alliance, Miller Ford in Burlington, Wisconsin. Custom Paint In Vehicles of Stewart, Wisconsin. Monarch Auto Parts and 5L Builders, all sponsors the number 96 of Cody Lipstrauer out of Genoa City, Wisconsin. And young Cody went right into the wall over there in turn 2. I believe he's got a flat tire, so I believe they're going to put him on a hook. Better yet, I think they're going to just pick it up and carry it to the infield. We got 3 down, 5 to go. We'll get them lined back up and have a single file formation restart here in just a minute. Okay, 3 down, 5 to go. Your leader is the 24 of Mackenzie Pillar from Dixon, Illinois. Running in second is the 81 of Cody Potts. Cody Potts from Zion, Illinois. Then you got the 36 out there of Alyssa Myers. Alyssa Myers from Elgin, Illinois. The 71 of Morgan Schissel from Marshall, Wisconsin. And the 85 at the tail end of the pack, that's Camden Murphy from Itasca, Illinois. So 5 laps to go in the first of our 3 Super Cup heats. With 1 caution flag. They'll be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Caleb looks them over, gives them the green. They're off and racing for 5 more laps. '24, Mackenzie Pillar out in front of the 81 of Dakota Potts. Cody Potts running there in second, trying to give chase. Alyssa Myers in the 36 is running in third with 4 down and 4 to go. Super Cups. Kind of a scaled down, go-kart looking Nextel Cup type of thing. These kids are ranging from the age of 9 to 12 years old, racing on the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest. They're just youngsters. 4th graders, 5th graders, and 6th graders running around here with 6 down and 2 to go. That 24 out there doing a great job. That's Mackenzie Pillar trying to hold off the charging number 81 of Cody Potts. White flag will fly. They're going to have 1 more lap to settle this one. Mackenzie Pillar out in front of Cody Potts in the 81. Cody trying to catch her now. Mackenzie trying to stay in it and stay up in front in that gold number 24 machine. And Mackenzie and Cody battling it to the line. Checkered flag flies for Mackenzie Pillar. '24, '81, '36. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 36, Alyssa Myers finishes third. '81. Cody Potts had to settle for second. Winning tonight's first Super Cup heat. Put your hands together for this young lady. This is the 24 of Mackenzie Pillar. Mackenzie Pillar, 12 years old, from Dixon, Illinois. Rolls up here to our winner's circle. Mackenzie Pillar from Dixon, Illinois, sponsored by T&T Motorsports, D&H Racing, Dixon Tire in Dixon, Illinois, Ace Hardware, Galena Steakhouse in Dixon, White House Restaurant, J&J Clean Dish Service in Dixon, and White Realty. All sponsors, the 24 youngster of Mackenzie Pillar from Dixon, Illinois. On the pole, car number 10 is Alex Rodriguez. That'll be our pole seller, Alex Rodriguez from Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. Lining up on the outside of the second row in the 5J machine. That is the 5J of Jimmy Scanlon. The second row of Tim Phillips. And the 3 of Ken Jones. Then we've got the 33 of Andy Forster. The other number 3 of Screamin' Freeman Hostetler. Fourth row is the 48 of Brandon Skirdo, and the 11 of Sammy Marici. As Caleb turns them loose, they're off and racing. Out in front is the number 10. That's the number 10 of Alex Rodriguez. Moving up on the inside, here comes Ken Jones in that Red, white, and blue, number 3 from Lombard, Illinois, Ken Jones. Taking the lead at the halfway point. 4 in and 4 to go this time by Ken Jones into number 3. That Budweiser sponsored number 8 now moving to second. That is the Budweiser number 8 of Tim Phillips from Kalamazoo, Michigan. As Alex Rendiziak in number 10 is slipped back. Running in third is that 33 machine of Andy Forster. The 5J running in fourth. That's the 5J of Jimmy Scanlon. He's moved up to fourth, and he's going to challenge on the inside of the 33 of Andy Forster. Jimmy Scanlon moving up there, moving up to third as we complete lap 7. They got one more to go. Ken Jones out in front of Tim Phillips from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Jimmy Scanlon and the number 5J running there in third. Checkered flag will wave for number 3, Ken Jones. Number 3, Ken Jones. Started on the outside of the second row, and he picks up the second 8-lap heat. It was 3, 8, and 5J. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. The 5J of Jimmy Scanlon finished third. 5J was third. Number 8 finishes second. Tim Phillips, and picking up tonight's second Super Cup heat. Put your hands together for the number 3 of Ken Jones. Kenny Jones out of Lombard, Illinois, picks up tonight's second Super Cup heat. Ken Jones, of course, sponsored in part by Ken Jones Motorsports, MiniCupParts.com, Bright Magic Manufacturing there in our Harlington Heights. Here's Ken Jones, race fans. BK Controls in Itasca, Illinois, and Allen's Trucks of Grays Lake, Illinois, all sponsors the Super Cup Super Driver, number 3, Ken Jones from Lombard, Illinois. Off and racing in our third and final heat race, and there goes the number 3 scooting up there to the front. That's the number 3 of Screamin' Freeman Hosteller from Sturgis, Michigan. Mike McQueen in the number 8 running there in second. We got the 21 over there into the wall in turn 2 and down the backstretch. That's the 21 of Carl Turner as he turned it around. He's moving about. He's getting out of the car. Carl Turner, hold on to your harness there, Carl. Climbing right out of that car, Carl Turner is. He's A-OK. How about a round of applause for the 21 of Carl Turner over there? Kind of a rough ride and kind of a hard hit. He's going to check the damage on that 21 machine. We do have 3 laps in. We'll get them lined back up for single file formation restart here in just a minute. All right, single file formation restart, 3 down and 5 to go as Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap this time in our 3rd and final Super Cup heat race. Your leader is the number 8 of Lefty McQueen. Mike McQueen out in front. Running in second is the number 3 of Screamin' Freeman Hostetler. Then you got the 99 out there of Charles Colbert. That's your front 3. Watch them now as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Caleb gives them the green flag. They're off and racing for 5 more laps. Screamin' Freeman in that number 3 Goodwrench sponsored machine. Here comes the 99 on the outside. That's Charles Colbert. He's battling for second. Halfway mark will come out. 4 down, 4 more to go. And Colbert on the outside in the 99 moving to second as Screamin' Freeman screamed a little bit too much on the inside and falls back to 4th. Number 8 out in front, Lefty McQueen. No relation to Lightning McQueen from that Cars Pixar movie. Oh, we got 2 around in turn 1. Come on, turn them around. Go, 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 go. Tough break for Screamin' Freeman in that Goodwrench sponsored machine. He's going to bump up to the, oh, he said hello, number 30, Cody Oakwood. Says, why did you take me out? 5 down, 3 to go. Line them up. Send them home. That Master High Tech. Lefty McQueen out in front of the 99, running in second there, Charles Colbert. Then you got the 22 running there in third. That's Earl Hoth. 3 to go.
Classic hits, Hoosier 1035. Like what you hear? Then tell a friend about the classic hits on Hoosier 1035. We've got the most music with a wider variety for all of Kosciuszko County. Hoosier 1035.
It was the first theme park in the world, and we want to get you in the door for free. All those
Caleb gives him the green. We're off and racing.
When you hear it, you call it 5-800-779-1094, and we'll set your family up with 4 tickets to Holiday World and Splashing Safari in Santa Claus, Indiana. These 2 parks make up for the drive by offering a clean, family-friendly environment, free parking, free sunscreen, and free soft drinks all day long. Log on to holidayworld.com for more info and be looking for the Splash all week long on 1095.
Out in front, Lefty McQueen. Here comes Charles Colbert in the 99. 22 Earl Hoth running there in third. They got the white flag flying this time. 1 more to go in tonight's 3rd and final Super Cup heat. Battling it out on the last lap, 99 Charles Colbert trying to get around Lefty McQueen in the number 8. Lefty trying to hang on as he makes the left turn out of turn 4. Checkered flag will fly. Oh, at the line, it goes, I do believe, to the 99 of Charles Colbert.
Don't miss the hilarious musical about baseball, Damn Yankees. See how love triangles unfold in a new state when Oklahoma hits the stage, and hang out with your favorite doctors.
Put your hands together for your winner, winning it at the stripe, number 99, Charles Colbert. 99 Charles Colbert out of Cicero, Indiana. Sponsored by Colbert Motorsports and the Dog Pound there in Arcadia, Indiana. 99 Charles Colbert in the Super Cup picks up our 3rd and final Super Cup heat. All righty then. Here's your lineup for tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock Fast Heat. On the pole, car number 1 from Bremen is Craig Castle. To his right in row 1, the 64 of Donnie the Dragon Vitale out of Shipshewana. Second row on the inside, we got the number 5 from Middlebury of Merle Yoder. To his right, the 13 of Squidward, Michael Landry. Third row inside, number 12 from Cromwell is Brian Allen. To his right, your current points leader in the mini stocks, the 83 of the Stickman, Tim Barrick. Fourth row inside, car number 9, that's Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, last week's feature winner. To his right, the number 8 of the Sweet Corn Express of Jameson Corn. And at the back of the pack, fast qualifier again for the 5th time this year, number 6, Dave Coleman. We got 9 cars going 8 laps in our fast Daytona mini stock heat. Watch them now as they bring him up to speed out of turn 4. Caleb looks him over. Our mini stock fast heat off and racing. Craig Castle in the number 1 staying out in front. Number 5 Merle Yoder squirting his way to second. 64 Don the Dragon Vitale dragging to the back on the outside groove is falling back to 4th as we complete lap 1. Now number 12 Brian Allen looks to the inside of Merle Yoder for that second place spot. And that's the battle there as they complete lap 2. Your leader is still number 1 Craig Castle. Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer now in the number 9 Casey Kane look-alike machine moves to 3rd as he gets to the inside of the number 5 of Merle Yoder. And Dave Coleman's moving up to 4th. As we complete lap 3, Dave Coleman now fast qualifier up to 4th. Jameson Corn right behind him up in 5th. And the stickman Tim Barrick in 83 trying to break into the top 5 at the halfway point. 4 down and 4 to go. And Tim Barrick, a little wiggle there in turn 2, slips back a spot. As Dave Coleman moves to 3rd on the inside of Jim Engelmeyer as we complete lap 5. Dave Coleman on the move. Looks to the outside of the number 12 of Brian Allen as they head down the billboard backstretch. Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer going to follow his lead. Front 5 still battling back and forth as we complete lap 6. Craig Castle on the number 1, staying out in front from the start. Number 12, Brian Allen, still holding on to second. Dave Coleman's right on his tail. They've got one more to go this time by. Coleman trying to make it to the inside. Not enough room. He'll stay in check as the checkered flag flies for number 1, Craig Castle. 1, 12, and 6. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 6, Dave Coleman will finish 3rd. The 12 of Brian Allen finishes there in 2nd. And winning from the pole position in our fast Daytona mini stock heat, put your hands together for the number 1 of Craig Castle. Number 1, Craig Castle out of Bremen, Indiana, sponsored by Brimtown Kitchens there in Bremen. Todd Moser's Construction Company, Hunt's Auto Salvage, and the Village Family Restaurant on the Hill in Bremen. All sponsors, the number 1 of Craig Castle. Here's your lineup for the second of our Daytona mini stock heats. On the pole, car number 29, that's Paul Mishler Jr. with a new paint job. To his right, the 27 of Michael Mast. Second row inside, we've got the 05 of Jerry West. And to his right, the 96 of Andy Kindig. Third row inside, the 24 of Bumpin' Bob Huffman. And to his right, the number 1 of Keith Gunkel. Fourth row, the 60 of Stan Hudson and the 88 of DJ Dave Eckert. And in the fifth row, we've got the 25 of Tim Kidder. And that will do it. 9 cars going 8 laps in tonight's second Daytona mini stock heat. 2 more mini stock heats coming up. Watch them this time as they come out of turn 4. They'll be bringing them up to speed, and Caleb's going to look them over. He likes what he sees. He turns them green. They're off and racing into turns 1 and 2. Oh, and 05 Jerry West on the back bumper of the 29 of Paul Missler Jr. That allowed the 27 of Michael Mast and the 96 of Andy Kindig to jump out to the front. 27 Michael Mast and Andy Kindig will lead them around for lap 1. '05 Jerry West down on the inside of the 29 of Paul Missler Jr. now for third. '26 Michael Mast and the 96 of Andy Kindig with a little bit of a lead over the rest of the field. They'll race side by side. Now they backed off. 2, 3 down. Look out, 29 Paul Missler Jr. around over there in turn 4. And he slipped up into the number 1 of Keith Gunkel, and everybody else goes to the infield. So a caution flag coming out in our second mini stock heat for the 29 of Paul Missler Jr. As the yellow flag flies, we got 1 caution in and 2 laps down in our second mini stock heat. All right, single file formation restart. Michael Mast, the 27, is your leader as we go back to green flag racing. 96 Andy Kindig right on his bumper as they come out of turn 2. Now right on his rear fender as they go into turns 3 and 4. He's into the driver door. Watch them as they come out of there to the complete lap 3. Your leader still. And now is the 96 of Andy Kindig. Michael Mast back to second. Keith Gunkel in the number 1's up to third. Halfway mark comes out. 4 down, 4 to go for 96 Andy Kindig. Andy Kindig out in front. 27 Michael Mast. Keith Gunkel in third, and a 4-way battle for fourth as we complete lap 5. Number 1, Keith Gunkel now. Oh, and look at 88, DJ Dave Eckert, and 25, Tim Kidder getting hung together over there in the backstretch. Caution flag will come out. Yellow flag comes out. We've got our second yellow coming out for 88, Dave Eckert, and 25, Tim Kidder. Five down, 3 to go. Your leader is 96, Andy Kindig. 27, Michael Mast running second. Keith Gunkel in the 1 is there in third. 60, Stan Hudson. 05, Jerry West. The 25 of Tim Kidder. 29, Paul Missler Jr. And 88, Dave Eckert. Rounding out the field with 5 down and 3 to go. Caleb looks him over. He gives him the green. We're off and racing for 3 more laps. 96, Andy Kindig staying out in front. Two to go this time by. Michael Mast in the 27 trying to get a run on the 96 of Andy Kindig with 1 lap left. They will decide this one. Number 1, Keith Gunkel trying to bump his way to the top 2 spots. Here comes 25, Tim Kidder up on the outside groove. Keep your eye on the 25. He's making his move as the checkered flag waves for 96, Andy Kindig. 96, 27, and 1. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. Keith Gunkel held on to third. 27, Michael Mast was second. And winning tonight's second mini stock heat. As he rolls up here pretty soon to get the checkered flag, let's put our hands together for the 96 of Andy Kindig. Andy Kindig out of Elkhart, sponsored by Industrial Installations and Judge Chassis, as he picks up tonight's second mini stock heat. Let's finish up our Happy Father's Day for tonight's third mini stock heat. On the pole, car number 37, that's Shannon Buck from Akron, Indiana. To his right, the number 10 of Howard Randolph. Second row, 14, Kevin Grubb. The 31 of Ben Miller. Third row, 20, Josh Smith. 41, Josh Dunn. Fourth row, 43, Lee Atkins. The 15 of Howie Fissette Jr. And in the last row, the 18 of Donnie Kaufman and the 65 of Harley Miller. Some of them made it, some of them didn't, as Caleb turns them loose. Kevin Grubb in the 14 out in front. Number 10, Howard Randolph running second. 3 wide battle back there for fifth as they go into turns 3 and 4. 1 down, 7 to go. 14, Kevin Grubb in front of the Howard Randolph number 10. Josh Smith in the 20, moving up there to third. And here comes the 43 of Leapin' Lee. He's working up there toward third as they complete lap 2. '15, Howard Fissette Jr. moves to fifth as he works the outside groove. 3 down, 5 to go. '14, Kevin Grubb in front. 43, Leapin' Lee moving up to second as the halfway mark will come out this time. They're going to have 4 in and 4 more to go. '43, Leapin' Lee. Howard Fissette moving up to third, but here comes the 10 of Howard Randolph back battling up there to third place. 5 down, 3 to go this time around. The front two, though, is 14, Kevin Grubb, and the 43 of Leapin' Lee Atkins. Battling back there for third is the 15 of Howie Fissette Jr. and the 10 of Howard Randolph. They've got 6 down and 2 more to go to settle this one out. 43, Leapin' Lee Atkins looks to the outside of 14, Kevin Grubb. They're going to battle on the last lap as they're hooked up side by side, wheel to wheel. 7 down, 1 more to go in our third mini stock. Checkered flag now waves for number 14, Kevin Grubb. '14, '43, and '15. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. Howie Fissette Jr. in the '15 finished third. '43, Leapin' Lee Atkins had to settle for second. And winning tonight's third mini stock heat, put your hands together for the 14 of Kevin Grubb. '14, Kevin Grubb out of North Webster, sponsored by Trainer Graphics and BC Tile, picks up tonight's third mini stock heat. And while we got a minute, we'd like to get our
Clear mind and do your best to try and watch the palette clean. We can't begin to know it, how much we really care. I hear your voice inside me, I see your face everywhere. Still you say we belong to the light.
All right, here's your lineup for our fourth and final mini stock heat. Pole setter number 14, that is June Kaiser. 55, Doug Weaver. 25, Jason Stafford. The 8 of Tricia Smith. The 29 of Philip Moore. The 59 of Terry West. The 8 junior George Flowers. And the 78 of Mark Lehman as Caleb turns them loose. They're going this way and that way, trying to battle for that lead on the very start of this one. 25, Meatloaf. Jason Stafford takes the early lead. Here comes Trish Smith. Tricia Smith in the number 8 moves up to second as we complete lap number 1.
This is Classic Hits, Hoosier 1035.
Ends famous Sunday brunch at just $15.95 for all that food. It's the perfect after-church activity, not just for the family, but for the whole congregation. Breakfast foods, dinner, and an entire table of the infamous Oakwood desserts. Ask about the Oakwood Church Give Back program, where 10% of your check is donated to your church. What an opportunity to invest time with your family around the dinner table with great food and no extra work. The Oakwood Inn's famous Sunday brunch. Make a reservation at 457-5600.
Thinking about new golf equipment this summer? Think Black Squirrel Golf Club in Goshen. In the Pro Shop, Black Squirrel carries all the top names in golf. Ping, Titleist, Cleveland, Ben Hogan, and more. Black Squirrel offers the lowest prices around. Bring the big discounter prices with you and compare. On the course, striving to be environmentally friendly, Black Squirrel has dedicated much of its out-of-play areas to wildlife habitat, creating a golfing experience we know you'll enjoy. Black Squirrel Golf Club on State Road 119 on the west edge of Goshen.
If you're serious about your lawn, you should get a lawn or garden tractor sold by someone who is serious about their products, not someone who sells lighting fixtures one minute and driveway sealant the next. That's why more and more people are realizing the value in purchasing lawn and garden tractors from an independent Simplicity dealer like Gardner's Outdoor Power Equipment. They offer more than the big retail chains like test drives, financing plans, service technicians, setup and delivery, and of course the best tractors and riding mowers made, Simplicity. So visit Gardner's Outdoor Power Equipment on State Road 15 South in Goshen and see the difference a Simplicity Lawn Care Specialist makes.
This is Classic Hits, Hoosier 1035, WAWC, Syracuse.
All righty then, race fans, live from the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest. It's Saturday night racing here at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the new Paris Speedway as we get things set to go racing here in just a few minutes with our 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. We're just wrapping up our final heat race in our mini stocks. So our Hoosier Tire late models will be out here in just a little bit. And in qualifying today, we had the rookie in the Hoosier Tire late models come off fast qualifier today with a 13:25 for the 17 of Corey Ryman from Napanee. He was quick qualifier. 13:27 was the second fastest time, and that goes to the 16 of Bobby Blunt, who joins us here at the new Paris Speedway tonight. Bobby Blunt from Plymouth, Indiana. He, of course, is second fastest. And then you got the 61 of Travis Laybaugh, second in the points. Your lineup for tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. We'll go ahead and set the field for you. On the pole tonight, he comes to us from Milford, Indiana. He'll be driving that after-hours family salon number 05. That's Racing Rex Work. On the outside of the front row, from Elkhart in that Renegade Racing Classic Transport sponsor number 57, that's Devin Heimbaugh. Second row on the inside, and the B&S Steel sponsored number 6 out of Niles, Michigan, that is Bryce Schaefer. On the outside of the second row, he'll be driving the Indiana Lakes Carpet Cleaning Service sponsored machine from Warsaw, Barry Lamb in car number 69. Third row inside, from Elkhart, in the Klotz Motors sponsored number 40, that's Little Donnie Klotz. To his right in row 3 from South Bend, in the D&N Racing sponsored number 101, Ed Paul. Fourth row on the inside, driving car number 5 from Silver Lake, Indiana. He'll be driving the Triple K Graphics sponsored number 5, that's Jason Isley. On the outside of the fourth row, from Elkhart, in the Whitman's Auto Sales sponsored number 89, Kenny Whitman. Fifth row on the inside, in the Whitman's Guaranteed Wheels number 39 from Elkhart, that's Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. On the outside of row 5, in the Williamson Auto and Machine sponsored number 2 from South Bend is Ratchet Rusty Kettig. Row 6, from Bourbon, in the Dan Service Center sponsored number 9, that's Dave Long. To his right in row 6. In the Freese Builders sponsored number 94 from LaPorte, Indiana, Frankie Lyle Jr., our points leader. Row 7, we've got from Ligonier in the 21X, that's Jumpin' Josh Taylor. To the outside of row 7, in the Creation Graphics sponsored number 61 from Goshen, Travis Laybaugh. In row 8, the top 2 contenders from Plymouth, Indiana, and the Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage sponsored number 16, that's Bobby Blunt. And to his right, our fast qualifier, the 17 from Napanee, the Performance Technology sponsored 17 of Corey Ryman. And of course, we have some provisionals making their way into the track or onto the racing surface. Right back there, we've got from South Bend in the TCL Sporting Goods sponsored number 99 from South Bend, Curtis Holt. To his right, the number 2 of Kurt Gunkel from North Webster. And the very last row on the inside out of Warsaw, in the Dick Chevy Shack sponsored number 83, Rod England. And to his right, from Elkhart in the Signs Etc. sponsored number 84, Super Dave Watson. 2, 4, 6, 8. We've got 10 rows, 20 cars starting tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. Okay, our starter, Mighty Mike Powers, has them under caution as we're taking a look at our racing surface here. And now he's going to let them test and tune their tires before we go racing. They got to warm them up. These Hoosier slicks need to get a little warmer before we can go green flag racing in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model 40-lap feature with 20 cars starting tonight's racing event. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yep, all 20 cars are on the racing surface. I want to make sure of that. Again, I want to run down the points in our Hoosier Tire late models with about mid-season coming up next Saturday night. Frankie Lyle Jr. out of LaPorte is our points leader. He's got a 4-point lead over Travis Slaybaugh in the 61 machine. The Extreme Racing number 61 of Travis Slaybaugh is only 4 points back, and understand Travis broke his wrist last night in a four-wheel accident, so he's running kind of lame, but he's out here trying to maintain his points in that number 61 Extreme Racing Creation Graphics sponsored machine. Jumping Josh Taylor in the 21 is third in the points. Kenny Whitman finds himself fourth in car number 89. Corey Ryman is fifth in the points. Choo Choo Charlie sixth. Jason Isley is seventh in the points. Number 9, Dave Long, 8th. Steve Stacy has slipped back to 9th, and Racing Rex Wirt rounds out the top 10 in our Hoosier Tire late model points. Let's give our late model drivers a big send-off. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies. Say good luck, guys, and good racing. 20 cars going 40 laps in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. 20 cars going 40 laps in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature as Mighty Mike Powers up on our flag stand. We'll be putting them on their final pace lap this time by. We got to keep our eyes on the back of the pack because they're going to try to go forward. We got to keep our eyes to the front of the pack. They want to stay up front. Our pole setter, once again, is the 05 of Racing Rex Wirt with Devin Heimbaugh on the outside of the front row in the 57. As they come out of turn 4, they bring it up to speed. Mighty Mike turns them loose, we're off and racing 40 laps in our Hoosier Tire late model feature here at the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. And as they head out of the billboard backstretch and then through turns 3 and 4, your leader is our pole setter, number 05, Racing Rex Wirt. With the number 6 of Bryce Schaefer now moving up to second. Little Donnie Klotz in the 40 is up to third as they head down the billboard backstretch. Oh, we got 69 Barry Lamb into the backstretch wall. 69 Barry Lamb making a start in tonight's A feature, which has eluded him in the past, and he scrapes that back straightaway wall right there on lap number 2. So caution coming out for the 69 of Barry Lamb, sitting idle back there. Looks like he's got some front end damage, and it looks like he's moving around. He's A-okay, so that's going to bring out our first caution with 1 lap in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model 40 lap feature. Up break for the 69 of Barry Lamb, and that's not a good thing. I had an opportunity to talk to a couple of our drivers this afternoon, including first time here for 2006, number 16 Bobby Blunt. On the racing surface, we lost 57 Devin Heimbaugh, the 69 of Barry Lamb, and a few others, as we had 20. But now Dave Long and number 9 going to rejoin at the tail end of the pack. As they come up to speed out of turn 4, Mighty Mike Powers looks them over. We're going back to green flag racing with 39 to go in our 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature in 05 Racing Rex Wirt. takes him out of turn 2 and down the billboard backstretch. He's trying to hold them all at bay as number 6, Bryce Schaefer, follows his lead as they complete lap 2 right in front of me here in the main straightaway. Number 40, Little Donnie Klotz, still there in third, single file as they head down the billboard backstretch once again in the early goings. Moving up on the outside groove, though, he's not wasting any time. Here comes the number 2 of Ratchet, Rusty Keddick. He broke out of the pack and went to the outside groove. But I don't know, he may be losing ground, and he is, as he doesn't have any friends on the inside. As everybody moves around on the inside, single file formation again, 4 down and 36 to go as they kind of shuffle out. Faster cars trying to shuffle to the front. 5 down, 25 to go, or 35 to go. Your leader is the 05 of Racing Rexworth. Number 6, Bryce Schaefer running second. Little Donnie Klotz is in third. Jason Isley in the 5 is in fourth. 39, Choo-Choo Charlie Whitman, your front 5. Then you got 89, Kenny Whitman in 6. 21X, Josh Taylor is in 7th. 17, Corey Ryman running the outside grooves, moving up to 8th. 16, Bobby Blunt back there in 9th. And the 94, Frankie Lau Jr. in 10th. As they work around the slower traffic, number 8, Dave Watson, down a lap as we complete lap 7. As they put him a lap down back there, back to the 10th spot. They're putting him a lap down already. Something wrong with the 84 of Super Dave Watson's car. He is falling all the way back to the back, and he is 1 lap down with 8 down and 32 to go. Look out, back in the back of the pack. We had a brake check in the middle of the pack, and caution flag comes out for the 17 of Corey Ryman. And 17 Corey Ryman, of course, getting the worst end of it is he had to do a brake check, and when he did, it brought his rear end around, and he slips it around and into the infield. So we've got 2 caution flags already with 8 laps into our 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. As there was a
Knowing if they
as they get things set to go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 cars still on the racing surface with 32 laps to go as they bring them up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers turns the loose. They're off and racing in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. 05 Racing Rexworth. Here comes the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz. He looked at the inside, tried to make a peek on the inside of the 6 of Bryce Schaefer, but not enough room there in turn 3 on that last lap. He stays there in third with 9 down and 31 to go. Everybody's still pretty much single file in the top 10, unchanged as we complete lap number 10 this time by. 10 down and 30 to go. 05 Racing Rexworth racing along there in the front. That'd be great if he could pick up his first feature win in 2006. He just wanted to start it as we complete lap 11. Like I said earlier in the show, we've had 4 different winners in our Hoosier Tire late models as they came into tonight's racing action. Donnie Klotz has picked up a feature win. Oh, we got 3 wide going into turn 1. Something went wrong. 39, Choo-Choo Charlie Whitman went to the inside. Jason Isley got on the outside and slid backwards. And there goes Isley around. And we've got a wheel coming off the 94. Jason Isley went around in front of the number 2 of Rusty Keddick as they were coming out of turn 4. Caution flag out. We've got melee here. We got damage to the number 5 of Jason Isley and the 2 of Rusty Keddick. They got together as they got wide coming out of turn 4. And Jason Isley and Rusty Keddick got into the side of the 94, Frankie Lau Jr. His car is tore up, front wheel's gone. And then, of course, 17, Corey Ryman got in. His entire passenger side, sheet metal's all bent up, and the front end's all smashed up. So it looks like we're going to have about 4 more cars out as we've got 13 laps in. Our third caution coming out for a 4-car pileup here in the main straightaway. Everybody's okay. How about a round of applause for our drivers? They're all A-okay. Little sheet metal damage, but all drivers are A-okay. They're out of their car inspecting the damage. And as soon as we can clean up the carnage here, down here in the main straightaway with these 4 cars, we'll go back to green flag racing as we've got 13 in and 27 to go in this 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature from the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. 13 laps. Bobby Blunt, number 16, right there running in fourth. But we've got other drivers as well that want to make and keep him at bay, and that's the 05 of Racing Rex Work, the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz, and Choo Choo Charlie Whitman, who's got a feature win under his belt this year. These two drivers starting in front of him as they bring him up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns him loose. We're off and racing for 27 more laps. Front 5 still unchanged as they go single file out of turn 2 and down the billboard backstretch. 05 Racing Rex and 40 Little Donnie Klotz. Donnie trying to figure out some way to get around that 05 as they clock in lap 14. Number 40, Little Donnie Klotz, still working. Here comes Bobby Blunt on the outside, and the number 16 now. He's going to go side by side, door to door with the 39 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. And Bobby Blunt up to third as they go into turns 1 and 2 with 15 down and 25 to go. Now Bobby Blunt looking to the outside of the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz, moves to second. He's going to challenge the 05 of Racing Rex Work. Rex maintains that front spot on lap 16. Racing Rex Work, we've not had a lead change yet. He's trying to stay up in front. Bobby Blunt works the outside in that number 16 machine. And your leader on lap 17 is the 16 of Bobby Blunt. He has made the pass as he goes out of turn 2. Your new leader is the 16 of Bobby Blunt. We'll have 18 down and 22 to go for the Sweet 16 of Bobby Blunt from Plymouth in that Jim Blunt Auto Salvage sponsored machine. 05 Racing Rex Word running there in second. 40 Little Donnie Klotz is still in third. 39 Choo Choo Charlie Whitman back to fourth now. 6 Bryce Schaefer's in fifth. 21X Josh Taylor right there in sixth as the halfway mark will come out this time. 20 down, 20 to go for 16 Bobby Blunt in that Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage sponsored machine. The Sweet 16 of Bobby Blunt out in front with about a quarter of a lap lead. Oh, number 40, Little Donnie Klotz getting into the back quarter panel of the 05 of Racing Rex Work. Rex did a great job of handling the machine and staying out in front. He kind of slowed down a little bit. Donnie Klotz had to hit the brakes a little bit and stay in check. As we clock in lap 22 for our leader, Bobby Blunt. He's got a good quarter of a lap lead on the rest of the field, but the challenge right now is for second as 39 Choo Choo Charlie Whitman and a 40 of Little Donnie Klotz really bang on those quarter panels of the 05 of Racing Rex Word as they clock in lap 23. Number 40, Little Donnie Klotz now looking to the outside in turn 2 and takes that number 2 spot away in turn 3. Little Donnie, car number 40's up to second on lap 24. 05 Racing Rex back to third. 21X Jumpin' Josh Taylor staying on the inside of the 39er Choo Choo Charlie for fourth. Choo Choo Charlie Whitman right there on the outside of the 21X of Jumpin' Josh Taylor as they complete lap 25. 25 down and 15 to go. Bobby Blunt in the Sweet 16, a half a lap lead on the number 40 of Little Donnie Klotz as he crosses the stripe. 26 down and 14 to go. 3-car battle in turn 4. Look out, is 39 Choo Choo Charlie Whitman hits the wall hard in turn 4. There was a 3-car battle back there for fourth, and that one does not look very good as Choo Choo Charlie Whitman and the 39 hit that wall hard. And we've got the 89 of Kenny Whitman down there. And we also have another car that was battling back there, and I believe it was the number 9 of Dave Long that was involved as there was a 3-car pileup. Number 9 came out of it okay, but we got 2 cars into the wall in turn 4, and Choo Choo Charlie Whitman hit that wall hard in turn 4. We'll get a driver update, and we'll be back to more racing action here at the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. 8 cars remaining with 14 laps left in tonight's Hoosier Tire Late Model feature. 16, Bobby Blunt out in front of the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz. 05 Racing Rex Work racing along there in third. 21X Jumpin' Josh Taylor from Ligonier in fourth. 101 Ed Paul out of South Bend. They're in fifth on the restart. As they bring it up to speed out of turn 4, Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. They're off and racing. 16, Bobby Blunt stays out in front. Everybody else, single file formation as they go into turns 3 and 4. 27 down and 13 more to go in this Hoosier Tire late model feature. Number 05, Racing Rex Work, trying to stay up there in the third place position. 21X jumping Josh Taylor, trying to jump to the outside. Now looks back into the inside. That's the battle for third. As he comes to the inside, comes down the main straightaway. Racing Rex pulls right down in front of him in turn 1 and maintains that third place spot. 11 laps remain. This time by for the 16 of Bobby Blunt, who crosses the stripe. Then the 40 of Little Donnie. 05 Racing Rex and the rest of the field there running third on back. We're going to have 30 down and 10 to go this time by as the 10-lap signal comes out to 16 Bobby Blunt, 40 Donnie Klotz, 05 Racing Rex, and we got a caution as we've got one in turn 3. I believe it's the 6 of Bryce Schaefer. Is lurking over there in turn 3 in the wrong direction. Brings out caution flag number 5 in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. Didn't see what happened over there, but he spun it around and backed into it. Looks like it was all by himself, and he got her back in gear now and got her restarted. So we're under caution for the 5th time with 30 down and 10 to go. As soon as Bryce Schaefer can rejoin the field, as number 6 Bryce Schaefer now restarts at the tail end of the pack. 30 down, 10 to go for 16 Bobby Blunt. Number 40 Little Donnie Klotz hanging tough there in second on the restart. 05 Racing Rex Word. 21X jumping Josh Taylor, and the 101 of Ed Paul there in 5th. Dave Long back there in 6th as we go back to racing. 10 laps to go as Mighty Mike turns them loose. That Sweet 16 of Bobby Blunt out in front. That Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage sponsored machine. I would imagine as warm as it is in the cockpit right now, Bobby's waiting for this one to get over. 31 down and 9 to go. He can't wait till it's over as the 21X of Jumpin' Josh Taylor now works the outside groove of the 05 of Racing Rex Work. That's the battle for third as the front 2 spots are pulling away from the rest of the field. Bobby Blunt and Little Donnie Klotz running there in a solid second. 05 Racing Rex holding them at bay with 33 down and 7 to go this time. 21X Jumpin' Josh Taylor and 101 Ed Paul just nibbling at the rear bumper of the 05 of Racing Rex Work. And nobody able to get around him yet as they complete lap 34. They got 6 more to go. 16 Bobby Blunt. Number 40 Little Donnie Klotz. 05 Racing Rex hanging tough there in third. As Ed Paul and 21X Jumpin' Josh Taylor battle now for 4th as they're side by side as they come out of turn 4. 35 down and 5 laps to go in tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. 21X Jumpin' Josh Taylor now hooks up side by side, wheel to wheel, door to door as they come out of turn 4 again. 37 down and 3 to go, and Racing Rex maintains that low line and stays in that third place spot as they come out of turn 2 and down the billboard backstretch. Jumpin' Josh jumping back up on the outside, now a half a car length lead for that third place spot as they complete lap 37. They're side by side racing in turns 1 and 2. That's the battle for third right now as they head down the billboard backstretch with 2 to go. 21X Jumpin' Josh Taylor jumping up to third now as they complete lap 38. He made a clear pass. 05 Racing Rex Work back to 4th. White flag will fly this time for the 16 of Bobby Blunt as he comes out of turn 4. Number 40, Little Donnie gets the white. 21X Jumpin' Josh Taylor on his last lap with the 05 of Racing Rex Work running there in 4th, but a battle for 5th between 101 Ed Paul and the 9th of Dave Long as the checkered flag flies for 16 Bobby Blunt. 40 Little Donnie Klotz will finish 2nd. 21X Jumpin' Josh Taylor 3rd. 05 Racing Rex Work was 4th. 101 Ed Paul finished 5th in front of the 9 of Dave Long, who was 6th. Bryce Schaefer finished 7th there in the number 6. And number 2, Kirk Dunkel, was 8th in tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. That's the way they're going to wrap it up. And we'll get the number 16 of Bobby Blunt up here in the winner's circle and have a few words with him here in just a little bit. As he rolls over here, we'll try to give him a big round of applause as he comes out for the first time in 2006, and we've got our 5th separate winner in our Hoosier Tire late models. And as he rolls up here to get the checker flag, put your hands together for the 16 of Bobby Blunt. We'll get him up here in the winner's circle and talk to him here in just a few minutes as he makes his victory lap with the checkered flag here at the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM.
Promoter is Northern Indiana's largest circle track store. Promoter has MSD, Holly, Bassett Wheels, Pro Shock, Royal Purple, Racing Fuel, and much, much more. Promoter, the engine builder of 2005 track champion Schisler Racing, and many more of Northern Indiana's finest racers. Promoter is easy to find, located on US 33 East in Goshen, just 1/2 block west of Menards. From parts to racing engines, you'll find the horsepower you've been looking for at Promoter on US 33 in Goshen. Call 533-9898.
Don't worry, be happy. When you have a boo-boo to the body of your car, you call Goshen Collision Center, 534-8812.
Our pole setter for tonight's racing program, of course, he was last Saturday night's feature winner of the number 50 CNC Race Car and Fabrication and Blackford Law Office sponsored number 50 out of Claypool, Indiana. That is Hurricane Charlie Cotton. On the outside of the front row, driving the Wyland Marine sponsored number 25 out of Goshen is John Sabo. Second row inside from Napanee in the Rapture Incorporated number 7, that's Tori Lutz. On the outside of row number 2, also from Napanee, he'll be driving the Drive Smart Auto Superstore, sponsored number 99, Mark Blessing. Third row inside in the Reed's Hoosier Horsepower, sponsored 38, from Kimmel, Indiana, Darrell Click. On the outside of row 3, from Bristol, in the Mike's Mouser, sponsored number 63, Adam Severy. Fourth row on the inside, out of Claypool, driving the Advanced Auto Parts, sponsored number 125, that's Frosty, Scott Frost. On the outside of row 4, the Shep Dog in the BC Graphics, sponsored number 5 from Warsaw, is Jason Shepard. In row 5, in the Jenkins Automotive Napa, sponsored number 15 from Goshen, Don Hunley. On the outside of row 5, in the Creation Graphics, sponsored number 61 from Syracuse, Jason Slaybaugh. Row 6, on the inside, in the Vortex Spray-On Bedliner, sponsored number 3, that is Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. On the outside of row 6, our points leader in the number 53 machine, that is Lou Strimmy. Row 7, in the Air Gas sponsored number 4-star car, Curtis Gray out of Elkhart. On the outside of row 7, in the Promoter sponsored and Schisler Trucking sponsored number 17, that's Bobby Schisler Jr. In row 8, in the Reed's Hoosier Horsepower sponsored number 10 out of Millersburg, that's Hollywood Eric Kaiser. To his right door, from Goshen, in the Reed's Hoosier Horsepower Goshen Collision Center Special number 1, Al Maurer. Row 9, in the Reed's Hoosier Horsepower Lake City Honda sponsored number 12 from North Webster, that's Kevin Gunkel. And on the outside, fast qualifier for the 5th time this season, in the number 6 from Middlebury, in the Monteith Tire sponsored number 6 fast qualifier, Dave Coleman. 18 cars getting ready to go 30 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Race fans, let's give these guys a big send-off as they make their way down out of turn 4. Let's flick your bics, wave your hands, wave your hats and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 18 cars going 30 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Again, our pole setter is the number 50 of number 50, Hurricane Charlie Cotton, last week's Street Stock feature winner. He sits right there on the pole position, and right beside him will be the 25 of John Sabo in that Wylands Marine sponsored machine. That's your front row as Mighty Mike Powers puts them on their final pace lap. Next time by, we're going Green Flag Racing. Coming up next, we'll have our Super Cups race. The Super Cups with Lightning McQueen, or I should say Lefty McQueen. He's here tonight. 18 cars going 30 laps as they bring him up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers turns the motor off and racing into turns 1 and 2. Side by side, wheel to wheel. That's the way we want to see them as they come out of turn 4 and through turns 1 and 2. Now everybody trying to shuffle for positions, and up front, the pole setter, number 50, Charlie Cotton, brings him around for lap number 1. As they head out of turn 2 and down the billboard backstretch, number 7, Torrey Lutz, now shuffles his way to the second. 38, Darrell Clicks, now up to third as we complete lap 2. 125, Scott Cross, sitting there in fourth on the inside of that number 25 of John Sabo, who's losing ground. He falls back to 6 of 61. Jason Slaybaugh slides his way to the 5th place. 53, Lou Stremmy's right behind him there, running in 7th. As we complete lap 3, Lou Stremme working his way toward the front. In this early going, here comes 61, Jason Slaybaugh now looking on the inside of the 125 of Scott Frost. Not enough as Scott Frost shut the door on him in turn 3 as they complete lap 4 now right in front of it. Number 50, Hurricane Charlie Cotton, staying out in front. Darrell Click in the 38. Torrey Lutz in the number 7. 125, Scott Frost. 61, Jason Slaybaugh. That's your front 5 with 5 down and 25 to go. Then from there on back, it's 53, Lou Stremme running 6. 17, Bobby Schisler Jr. is in 7th. 15, Don Hunley in 8th. The 25 of John Sabo slipped back to 9th. 99, Mark Blessing rounding out the top 10 as they complete lap 6. There on back, you got the 4-star car of Curtis Gray and the 3 of Rodney Spencer battling for 11th. 13th is the 63 of Adam Severy. 14th, the 1 of Al Mauer. 15th is the 6 of Dave Coleman, our fast qualifier, with the 12 of Kevin Dunkel back there at 17th. And the 10 of Hollywood Eric Kaiser, all 18 cars still on the racing surface as we work on lap number 8. And we'll complete lap 8 this time with 50, Charlie Cotton. With 38, Darrell Click right on his rear bumper as they come out of turn 2. They're bumper to nose going down the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Torrey Lutz in the number 7 has slipped back to 3rd. 125, Scott Frost running there in 4th. Kind of a tight group, single file all the way back to the top 10 spots. From there on back, they're side-by-side racing back there for about 10th and 11th as Hot Rod Rodney Spencer works the outside groove as we complete lap 10. 10 down and 20 to go in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. 38, Darrell Click, still trying to figure out some way to get around that number 50 of Charlie Cotton, who could win back-to-back Street Stock features if he stays up front, just like he did last week here at the new Paris Speedway. It's 50 and 38. They've got about a 1.5 lead on number 7, Torrey Lutz, who's running in 3rd as we complete lap 12 this time by. 125, Scott Frost still there in 4th. 61, Jason Slaybaugh staying single file in 5th. Lou Stremme right behind him in 6th. 17, Bob Schisler Jr. in 7th. 15, Don Hunley now has worked his way to 8th. Rodney Spencer's up there in 9th. 25, John Sabo has slipped back to 10th. As everybody stays single file, they're doing a great job so far. 14 in, 16 to go. Back of the pack trying to get up toward the front. Some of the faster qualifiers back there having trouble getting toward the front as 125 Scott Frost makes a pass on Torrey Lutz for 3rd as we complete the halfway point. 15 down and 15 to go. Darrell Click still bumper to nose right behind the 50 of Charlie Cotton. Just content right now, 38 Darrell Click, to stay right behind the 50. But we've got a caution flag coming out. We've got number 6, Dave Coleman, spun around down there in turn 1. He'll be bringing out the first caution. As number 6, Dave Coleman, don't know what happened, but he's setting in the wrong direction down there in turn 1. So at the halfway, 15 in and 15 to go, our fast qualifier, number 6, Dave Coleman, ended up looking in the wrong direction, and unfortunately from this viewpoint, I was unable to see what happened in turn 1 to the number 6 of Dave Coleman. So everybody will make behind Torrey Lutz, 125 Scott Frost, 38 Darrell Click, and of course 50 Charlie Cotton, your leader. From 6 on back, it's Lou Stremme, Bobby Schisler, Don Hunley, Rodney Spencer, and Adam Severy in the 63. Then in 11th is 25 John Sabo. 12th is the 4-star car of Curtis Gray. 13th is 99, Mark Blessing. 14th is the 12 of Kevin Gunkel. 15th, Hal Mauer. 10, Eric Kaiser. And the 6 of Dave Coleman.